In the last video, we have seen the git commands, your first git commands, right? So that git commands helped us to first initiate the git inside your local repository, local system, and then add that thing in your git.git file, which is created and it is hidden, right? We have seen these things uh, somehow here, right? See, so when we create this init, we have seen that is like stored in that we have seen here, right? Git init creates a .git file that is a hidden file, and inside that, when we use this command git add, these all things, whatever files we created or commits we have done, changes we have done inside the directory is saved. And after that, doing git commit, a snapshot is created. Okay, so these are the things we have seen in the previous video. Now in this video, our main purpose is to connect Git to GitHub, which means what we have to do is so what we have to do is first we'll focus on how to create a GitHub repo. So create a GitHub repo. This is our first step. Okay. So I will make it some small. Okay. So we'll first focus on creating a GitHub repo. What repo is, I will give you a quick information about that. Then we'll move to next step. Is the next step is to connect that repo with your local repository. So connect local to remote. So what remote is, what local is, I will give you a quick overview about this also. And the next step is we'll also focus on the command of push, and also we'll focus on the cloning thing, what cloning is. So these are the key points we are going to focus on this in this video. So now let's start the video. Now we'll first focus on what is GitHub. So as I provided in the previous videos a quick overview that GitHub is a platform. Okay, so this is a platform where all Git features, whatever Git features we use in your day-to-day life in your local systems, these features are like help us to store that files where user can go back and track the history and collaborate with each other. Collaboration is the main point. Okay, so this is a platform where users or developers usually track their history, commit, collaborate, share the projects. Okay, so with this repo, GitHub platform, developers community usually collaborate and communicate with each other. Okay, so the step one is one second. Okay, now the step one is to go to the official website that is github.com. Okay, there you have to create an account. As usually I have signed in. Okay, so if you're not signed in, you only have to create an account, sign up, and then you will see these things. Okay, this is the overview of your GitHub account ID. This is your profile section. Okay, so when you go in the repository section, you may see a blank page here, right? If you are a new user. So while you have to create a new repository, what you have to do is, so step one is to go on github.com, click on new repository or the new icon here. See, this is an icon. I will click here. After clicking here, you can see a lot of blank spaces, right? So inside this, I will have to mention like name, whatever repo name I want to give. So this repo name is my project demo. Okay, so this is my repo name and it is available. So whatever repo name is available inside your repository, inside your ID is shown here, right? If some repo is like already there with this name in my repository at my account, so it will show that, okay, this is already taken, take some other or name or okay, something like that. So this is a feature of GitHub. So now this is an option to give you a normal description. So it is a beginner friendly guide to open source and GitHub, right? So I have added some description. You can mainly make it a blank. Okay, let it be blank. Now there is an option of visibility. Right now I want you all to put it in public only so that you will not get any errors. Don't add any readme file or .git ignore. Why I'm telling you this is because in the previous video we have already created. Okay, so in the previous video, we already created and like initialized Git in our local repository. So when we'll push these things in the remote repository, these .git things are already will be put it there. Okay. So now we'll focus on creating a repository. After creating a repository, you will see a lot of commands here. This is nothing, just the quick steps how you will have to initialize the Git in your system and clone this thing in your system. Okay. Now you can see a URL here. So this is the URL of your repository which you right now created. Just copy this URL. Okay. Now we'll move to the Visual Studio part. Now the next step is started here, connecting your local repo to GitHub, remote repo. These terminologies will be cleared when we move here at your whiteboard. So just first listen me clearly what local and remote repo is. So local is nothing, just your own system, own system. Okay. And remote is something which is saved or available globally, or anyone can like view or use it. Okay. So this local thing in the development community means if you are using your own system and a developer wants to see what the code you have written, what you have developed in your system, he might have to come at your system and see, right? But if he is not available there and want to see your project, or the client want to see what you have developed, so it will be a quick error thing, right? So these remote repositories, these remote system does to create a place, a cloud storage. Okay, these cloud storage have access to a lot of users. Whoever wants to add the repository or the files, whatever they want to upload here, it will be uploaded and fetched by the new users from wherever they want to. Okay, so they can usually fetch this data in their local system and use it and see that how this project or developed website is working, right? So this is the main difference between the local and remote thing. Okay, now we'll move to the next thing. Now we have to focus on the command. Okay, so this is a command: git remote add origin, and here you have to write your repo URL. So this is the place you have to write your URL. Okay, now let me help you to understand this command first. So this is the simple word git, which means the functionality. Okay, these are the functions. Remote, where you have to, which locality you want to move that file. You are working on remote purposes, right? On the cloud-based system. So this keyword is here used. Adding, you want to add it or move it. Okay. So if you want to move or add something here, this keyword is used. This origin is nothing, just a nickname. Okay, it is like the nickname provided to your repo URL. Okay. So whatever GitHub repo you are using, right? A nickname is provided to that repo, and that nickname is nothing, just origin. Okay. You only have to do this thing once in your terminal, and after that you only have to commit, add, and push. Okay. Now this URL is something we have copied from here, right? So this is the URL. We have only have to copy this thing. Okay, now we'll move to the VSD and simply write here git remote add origin and simply paste this and enter. Now this URL is connected to our local system. Okay, now the GitHub is connected to your local system. Now whatever things you want to add in your remote, or whatever changes you have done in your local system, it can be added in your remote, so that you can fetch whenever you want to, right? So it will help only because if your system gets corrupted and all the files you have edited or changed may get deleted, then you have an option to fetch back from the remote repository the data, the files which you have worked, and from that you can only have to change and do the deployment, whatever things you have not completed that time. Okay, now we have seen that we have added a origin. To get it very clear which repo is added or something, you might have to check, right? So for that purpose, a command is there: git remote and v. So this is the output here. You can see origin is this and origin is this. This is for fetching purpose and this is for pushing purpose. So fetching is nothing, just getting the files from back from the remote to local, and pushing is something, uploading something from your local to remote repository. So that's all for this section. Now we'll move to the next section, that is pushing your code to the GitHub. So what Git pushes? Okay, now we'll move back to the whiteboard and okay. So next command we are going to use it git push. Okay, so this is a very important command. Okay, so why I'm saying this is because see, when you have completed or committed something and you want to save it in the remote repository, you only have to use this command. This command will only help you to upload your code. Okay, so this command will help you to upload your code, and the history you saved in your local system will be totally copied to the remote system. Okay, so now let's upload your code first. Okay, then you will get a quick overview that how this thing works. Now the command we have to use it is git push dash u origin main. See, you can see this thing main or master here. Which branch you are on? Right now I am using master branch, right? So I can't write here main. So what I have to write here is master. So I will simply mention here master. And when I enter this thing, output will be shown. So this output will show you that, okay, objects 3 done. Counting objects 3 done. So these 3, what is this 3? So these are the commits, or these are the changes I have countered in this repository in my local system. So whatever changes I have done is now at the remote repo. If you want to track it, what you have to do is go in the master branch. So I have to like give you a quick over. So see, right now it is not available, but when I go and refresh it, you can see that okay, nodes.txt is uploaded and it is our first commit. When I go here and see this, okay, this is the ID, commit ID, which we have studied in the previous video. This is the ID which is shown. Okay, this is the ID. This is the person Akash Khan who have committed here. But why my image is not visible here? Because you have remembered that I have changed my email ID, right? So that email ID is not same as this account have, right? GitHub app. So that shows GitHub that this is another person who have committed here. Okay, this is not you. So this is the thing I want to tell you. Okay, now we have seen these things. The next what you have to do is understand the history. For that, I'm letting you understand this page. This is a commits page. So whenever we commit and push the things inside our GitHub, you can see the list of history here. Okay, you can copy this ID. Why this ID is important, I will let you know in the coming videos. Okay, because this ID will tell you in which at which commit you want to go. Okay, so this idea is very important. You can directly go back in that phase where you have started something, or you want to, I want changes here in this state, but I don't remember that where this state is. So you can simply get it from here in the commit history. So this is the command I have added, first commit. This is the commit ID and this is the author's name who have committed it. Okay. So now coming back to the video. Now let's understand this thing. Okay. Okay. Let's understand this command, how this command is like working and what's the purpose of this command. Now you can see here in this command, the command is git push u origin and master. Okay. So this master is nothing, just the branch name in whatever branch you are at. Origin, in the previous topic also I have said that this is the nickname. Okay, and this you. Okay, so this thing here is like uh, a portal, a pot that remember this connection for future pushes. Okay, this is the connection which is built. Okay, this is the connection which is built. It is a type where once the uploaded commits, refresh your GitHub page, and that connection is there. Okay, so that's you is something that remember this connection for future purposes. Now we'll go to another topic after knowing this pushing thing and doing the push. We are at the very important topic, that is cloning. Okay, what is cloning? Okay, so clone is something equals to download plus connection. Now what is this? What you understand by these terminologies? Okay, I have to change this thing. Okay, for cloning, clone is something whatever downloaded press connect. So download is something whatever features you have right now in your remote, you want to fetch it. For fetching purposes, you only have to download it. Okay, so for downloading the things and connecting with your remote or local repository is the way you can clone. In simple words, I can say that cloning is nothing more than copy. Okay, the terminologies you use in your daily life, copy paste, that terminology copy is cloning when it comes with the development thing. And this cloning is something called as ethical copy. So what is the command you can like use here for cloning the repository is git clone and your URL. So this is the URL, whatever URL copy. So for cloning, let me go back to the repository section first and give you a quick overview. For example, I'm going to clone this thing. So in this repository, when I appeared here inside it, I can see a section known as a button which shows a code. When I open here, URL is here. I have to copy it and just type git clone and copy that URL in the local terminal. It will simply clone all the files in that system, in the local system here. Okay, so this is the main purpose of cloning. So once your project is connected to GitHub, okay, once your project is connected to GitHub, you make some changes, commit, push. So these are some basic commands. Now you understood also the GitHub repo, what is remote add origin, what is git push, how to upload your code, how to download your code using git clone, right? So these are the main things you only have to focus. And while working on GitHub and Git, you only have to make sure that these small things, these small terminologies are the only source to learn Git and GitHub truly from very basic to advanced. So with this, in the next video, will help you to understand how the Git branches work, what is master, what is main. I will give you a quick overview about that. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to our syntax comment. Meet you in the next video.